Jay-Z asked a pertinent question in his song Legacy. He said, you run this hard just to stay in place? And due to life circumstances, many of us are hustling backwards rather than moving forward. I want to talk about a man with a plan and share about the blueprint of what it takes to build your legacy. Oh, I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. Good people, how you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you are doing well. Thank you for joining me. If you're a new viewer to this channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button on this video, family. Come on, we're gonna have a courageous conversation. We're talking about a man with a plan, the blueprint to build your legacy. And check this out. Whenever you see me in this, you know we got class tonight. That's right. Eagles Academy. We got the Eagles apparel right here. Join me for the Eagles Academy. We got an amazing session going on tonight right after this YouTube ends. Join me. Go register right now to be a part of our group training, coaching, private coaching that I do. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. Here's one thing I realize about legacy. Talking about a man with a plan, blueprint to build your legacy. One is that a legacy creator is a servant leader. Yeah, a legacy creator is a servant leader who makes a long-lasting impact for someone to inherit. Scripture says a good man leaveth an inheritance for his children's children, right? And your inheritance is about more than just your wallet. Your inheritance is about your wisdom that you pass on to the next generation, from person to person. Because here's the thing, a man who fails to plan plans to fail. A man with a plan, a man who lacks a plan, a man who fails to plan plans to fail. And here's one thing I like. Here's one thing I realize, brothers. Women like a man who has a plan. Let me say that again. Women like a man who has a plan. You mean to tell me you're going to always ask her where she wants to go out on a date? You ain't never going to make no plans? Plans for the date and plans for your mandate. The mandate for your life, the calling that is on your life, the mission, the vision of what it is for you to fulfill. Why? Because a dream without a plan is just a wish. Hope without a strategy is a hallucination. Let me say that again. I like that. I like that. HTA, hard truth alert, incoming. A dream without a plan is just a wish. Hope without a strategy is simply a hallucination. And here's the thing about a man with a plan. Brothers, you never have to panic if you plan it. You going to the edge of your mind due to anxiety, due to worry. But do you have a strategy? Strategy eliminates worry. I don't have to panic if I plan it. I have to be a man with a plan. Because here's the thing, blueprint, yeah, you might as well hit the thumbs up button again on that. The screen is prompting you to do so. The blueprint for a legacy is that here it is, it outlasts me. And for many of us, we can't wrap our mind beyond anything past the next 5 seconds. Beyond, much less the next 5 months. Much less the next 5 years. I've mentioned this before, but I might as well mention it again. Dr. Miles Monroe, one of the greatest thought leaders of our generation, talked about the kingdom mandate oftentimes that we have as men. Mentioned this, I was in a seminar hearing him, and he mentioned that he has a legacy plan that will outlive him. When I was hearing the man talk in a seminar, he was definitely over the age of 50. And he mentioned that he had a 50-plus year plan for his family that outlives him. That's a legacy plan. What's the legacy plan that you are going to create? You are going to initiate? Well, I'm the man. I'm the man. Yeah, you do what I say. I'm the man. That's all you got? We gotta have more than that, bruh. Gotta have a plan. What's the plan for your life? What's the plan for your marriage? What's the plan for your ministry? What is the plan for your children? What is the plan for your business? Have you built a blueprint? You have your goals, right? And generally, we like to write down our goals. And here's the thing. Statistics suggest that only 5% of Americans write down their goals. Isn't that interesting? Too many of us are afraid. Too many of us don't even want to develop a blueprint. Too many of us don't even want to plan anything. Only 5% of Americans write down their goals. And here's the thing. Of the 5% that do, 95% of the time, the 5% accomplishes and completes that particular goal. Many of us are just afraid. We're too afraid to take the step. We're too afraid to take the leap by actually writing down the goal. Because here's the thing. When we write down the goal, we know we have to hold ourselves accountable. And many of us, we have an aversion to accountability. Accountability is our kryptonite. 5% of Americans write down their goals. Of the 5% that do, write down their goals. 95% of the time, they end up completing the goal. Yes, you've written down your goals. You said, yeah, I'm in the 5%. Bet. I love it. But here's what a lot of us do. We want to put the timetable when we want to achieve the goal versus scratching all that off, because that don't matter if you're not going to write down what you're going to do, what it's going to take, what are the sacrifices that you're going to make to achieve that particular goal. That's the blueprint. That's the plan. Because the plan comes with a sacrifice. The plan comes with execution. But here's what a lot of times what we do. We have too many excuses that we don't execute anything. My dear brother from another mother, it's time for you to wipe all the excuses off the table and execute. You're a great excuse maker. See, what had happened was, I was, and now you move into a place of shoulda, coulda, woulda. You should have. You could have. You would have. Wasn't him. Wasn't her. Wasn't him. Wasn't this. Wasn't that. It was you who got in your own way. You want to build the legacy. You don't build anything without a blueprint. I wish I would have a business and launch and want to develop a building, build a building from the ground up. Wish I did want to break ground on a new house, break ground on a new building and have no infrastructure, have no blueprint? We just gonna all we just gonna all meet together on Wednesday and start building. What are we building? What are we building on? Your dream and your plan can't stand on sand. Man, I got to go through my plan with a fine-tooth comb. I got to go through my plan, looking at all the aspects, the ingredients. I got to sift through it. I got to sort through it. I got to do some real inductive study. I got to take a deep dive to see can not only this plan last, but can it scale? Because here's what Jay-Z asked the question, however you feel about Jay-Z or not. You know Jay-Z, New Yorker. Hey, yo, it's Jay. Yo, B. Got the baddest chick in the game wearing my chain. What's up? New York, stand up. I get it. However you feel about Jay-Z is however you feel about Jay-Z. That's a pretty good impression, if I must say. If I do say so myself. Jay-Z asked a question in his song, Legacy. You gonna run this hard just to stay in place? You ain't gonna make no moves? You're gonna remain, you're gonna keep your purpose in park rather than putting your dream in drive. You're gonna continue to reverse the curse. You're not gonna make any moves. You're going to blame shift. What did Adam say? What did Adam say when he sinned in the garden? The woman you gave me. Come on. Take responsibility. She's not the reason why you dropped the ball on your responsibility, much less your level of accountability. Too many of us are doing like Adam did in the garden. We're blaming everybody and everything but ourselves. When you point a finger at somebody else, you always got more pointed in your direction than you do at them. You gonna always play the blame game? You never gonna build the blueprint? I'm moving from blame to blueprint. Because it's lame to place blame. Yeah, interesting. The word lame is in blame. But I need to be building a legacy, developing a blueprint. I have to be a man with a plan. Here's what I got to do. As a matter of fact, here's what I got to do. Family, I love it. This is a channel for change. This is a channel that creates change. This is a channel that breaks chains. Yeah, breaking the chains of blame, breaking the chains of failing to plan, which is a plan to fail. Breaking the chains of excuses. You can't be of use if you just make an excuse. Shout out to all the members who are in the chat. I love seeing your badges. If you don't have a membership, go get one right now. Yeah. Go get one right now. The link is in the chat. The link is in the description of this video. Conversations like this right here. I'm not giving you no conversation with cherries on top and sprinkles and a banana split sundae. We ain't doing all that. We getting right down to the nitty gritty. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And sometimes it's the hard truth in love. Hey, I'm your spiritual surgeon. Yeah, I'm not giving you a BBL. I'm trying to make you well. If I cut you, I'm going to sew you up. I guarantee you. Conversations like this right here is why you need to join the channel. Get a membership badge. We have 3 particular tiers. Cheers for 3 tiers. VIP, royalty, OQP. You're a very important person, but you also have a very important purpose. You're royalty. You're a king. You're a queen. You're OQP. You're only quality people. You up with OQP? Yeah, you know me. Join our growing and glowing community of quality people. This is areas where the membership areas where I'm giving insight and information and inspiration where I don't share here. Membership has its privileges. Go get it. Be a part of our academy session tonight. You see I'm wearing my paraphernalia, my apparel. Join us right after this session tonight that I do. We will be in our Equals community. Join us. Take a flight of faith with us. Soar into more. My private coaching, teaching, and training. Number one, I want you to do this. Focus on your finances. Come on, type that. Focus on your finances. Focus on your focus. You know what focusing on your finances is about? Focusing on your finances is about more than securing the bag. Because here's the thing. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. Ooh, I could just stop right there. I can move on to the next one. Since I mentioned Jay-Z, I'm on to the next one. I'm on to the next one, on to the next one. Next part of the song said, please, somebody bring me back some money, please. Ain't nobody bringing you more if you do less with more. It's more than just about securing the bag. This is about securing your financial future. Not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. It's about you being financially free. It's about you being economically empowered. What are you doing to develop your credit? What are you doing to clean up your credit if it is a little messy, if it is a little murky? Why are you engaging in all that retail therapy and you got debt up the wazoo? Put them clothes in rotation. Yeah. You know what's one of the weirdest things that people do when they go on vacation? They buy clothes to go on vacation. Why would you buy clothes to go on vacation? The folks that you're going on Y'all about to make me angry. The people who are in the city that you're going to have never even seen you, much less what you're wearing. Why are you going to the mall to buy clothes to go to another city? Gotta make some serious choices with our finances. Gotta do it. Black people across these yet to be United States of America have a $1.5 trillion buying power. Notice they didn't say investing power. There's a lot of economic inequity that's going on for sure. Am I adding to that? Or am I doing what I can possibly do to be financially free? Hear me, you will always be in doubt if you live in debt. Here's the question that we got to ask. How am I being a good steward of my resources? Do I have to order off of Amazon every day? Do I have to go out to eat every day? Do you really got to buy that booth and that bottle and for the club? Or the money that you're putting into the booth and the bottle for the club, you can put that to begin to make a down payment by investing in your business. But here's the thing. We don't see the legacy. We only see what's momentary. We don't see legacy. We see what's temporary. If I'm going to be a legacy type of thinker, if I'm going to be a legacy type of creator, if I'm going to be a man with a plan, here's what I got to do. I have to think more and before. I have to see it before I see it so I can seize it. I have to begin to do what I need to do to be financially free. There's some things that you need to scale back on. Isn't it interesting? The rich pretend to be poor, and the poor pretend to be rich. The rich pretend to be poor, and those who are not rich, middle class, pretend to be rich. Isn't it interesting? Many of us would rather look like success than actually do what it takes to be successful. And one of those ways of success is by focusing on my finances. What am I doing to be financially free? How am I being a good steward of my resources? Why would you want more money and you can't even keep the money that you have? You just want more money so that you can spend the money. But what are you doing to invest? What are you doing to save? What are you doing to create more money from the money of what it is that you have? So that you can build a legacy, because a good man leaveth an inheritance for his children's children. You haven't even created a budget for yourself. So you don't know if you're spending more. You don't even know if you're spending less. Because you haven't even created a budget. What books are you reading to be fit financially? Come on, family, type financial freedom. Financial freedom. A man with a plan. A man who is building a blueprint for a long-lasting legacy. Building for his future. The only way to predict the future is to create it. I gotta be financially free. Gotta be financially free. Family, much of this conversation comes out of the book that I've written called The Mask of Masculinity. I want you to go ahead and get that book. Available right now, EddieConnor.com, available on Amazon. Get a signed copy from me, EddieConnor.com. Go get the book, Mask of Masculinity, a book for all of our brothers and the ladies who love us, the queens who love us. How men can reclaim their identity, lead in love of vulnerability. Go get the book. Family, there's more freedom conversation coming your way after this break. There's more breakthrough. I have a special message for you. Stick and stay. More is coming your way after these messages. You know I'm coming right. Are you an author or aspiring author interested in building your book? Do you want to develop as a speaker and communicator? Listen, check out my array of solutions and systems like my bestseller book Blueprint and successful speaker strategies. Explore my tailor-made programs designed to nurture your purpose and grow your greatness in order to increase your ideas, your impact, and your influence. Visit us today at theeaglesacademy.com/store so you can soar. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Make sure that you heed to the resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. Mask of Masculinity, as I was just mentioning, that link is in the description. Yeah, in the description of our chat, as well as the description of the video. Hit the thumbs up button on this video, family. Hit the thumbs up button. We are talking about, man with a plan. Ladies, don't you love a man with a plan? Blueprint to build your legacy. Family, type man with a plan. Type man with a plan. I got to focus on my finances. We're back on that. Focusing on your finances. I asked you, what are you engaging in? What books are you wrapping your mind around to be financially free? What are you doing to find ways to create new streams of income? What are the gifts that you have that in many cases are lying dormant because you haven't recognized that you have resources within? There's a level that you can create. Job is what you're paid for. Your calling and your purpose is what you're made for. What streams of income have you made to where, here it is, you can make money even in your sleep? You're not working for money, but money is working for you. There's a resource guide that you can create. There's a book that you can write. There's a digital download that somebody needs because you have the information, the insight, and the inspiration of what it is that you can deliver. You got some content in you. Create it rather than allowing it to lie dormant because you're reticent and hesitant to do it. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I believe if you step out on faith, if you do what it is that you've never done before, to go where you've never gone before, multiple streams of income are going to flow. Cash apps are going to be coming. PayPal's are going to be coming. Zelle's are going to be coming. Direct deposits are going to be coming. This is a super conversation. Drop a super chat. Drop a super sticker. Yeah, come on. Sow electronically. $ excess identity for Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, Gmail. Find ways to create new streams of income. Tap into your gifts. Tap into the resources that you have. You talk about everybody else is gifted at this. What about you? How you know everybody else's gift, but you don't know your own? How do you know what everybody else is good at, but you always talk about what you're bad at? Well, you know, if I could talk like you, if I had everything like, you know, that person did and this person had and that XYZ and this, that, and the other, if I had that knowledge base, if I looked like this person, if I came from what that person came from, if I had a silver spoon in my mouth, stop making excuses. Stop stopping, quit quitting, shut it. And open the doors for new opportunities. Beyond being a consumer, it's time to become a creator. Do you know one of the biggest words that are thrown around right now for this particular industry, especially for those who are creating and crafting a digital thumbprint, a digital footprint online? Beyond being an influencer, here's the buzzword: creator. You're called a creator. Isn't it interesting that the Creator created you to create? Family, just type that. Created to create. You're not created to duplicate. You're created to create. You're created to innovate. You're created to elevate. You are created to create. You just want to be a consumer. But are you willing to be a creator? You were created in the image of God. And here's the thing. Since you're created in the image of God, since you're created by the Creator, whatever gifts that are within Him, because you're created in His image, flows through you. You're really an artist. Pablo Picasso said, everybody is born an artist. Every human being is born an artist. The hardest thing that we have to do in our adulthood is to try to maintain that artistry. Why? Because it's generally suffocated. It's generally stepped on. People critique our art, and it hurts our heart. People have told you what you can never do, what you can never become, what you can never overcome, and now you have imbibed that negative philosophy. And you live limited when you're created by the Creator to create. Beyond being a consumer, it's time to be a creator. You're more than a purchaser. You're a producer. You're a creator. You're a producer. Family, type that. Creator. Type producer. Come on, my dear brother from another mother. Come on, my dear sister from another mister. You're created to create. You're not a purchaser. You're a producer. Beyond just overspending, it's time to start investing. And here's the thing. I focus on my finances when I do this, when I shut the door and I pour. 2 Kings chapter 4, the widow woman lost her husband, who was the provider, the protector, the priest of the home. Now, her sons, her children, are coming to be taken as slaves to pay off the debt because she don't have no money. The man had debt. She can't pay off the debt. The family had debt. She's crying, whining, didn't know what was going on. Prophet Elisha said to her, "What would you have me to do for you?" He asked her, "What's in your house?" She said, "I ain't got nothing but a pot of, pot of oil," or whatever the case may be. Got much. He didn't ask her what was in her garage. He didn't ask her what was in her bank account. Specifically, what is in your house? I want to ask you, my dear brother from another mother, because your house can't stand on sand. What do you have in your house? What is your foundation? The house is more than just what is external. It's internal. The house of your heart, the house of your soul. What do you have that you keep looking at, but you keep looking over? Woo, that's good. Let me say it again. I like that. What do you have that you keep looking at, but you keep looking over? I didn't realize this was here all along. How many times have you said that in your life? You're looking at it, but you're looking over it. What did the widow woman do? She shut her door and she began to pour. If you pour, P-O-U-R, I guarantee you won't be P-O-O-R. If you pour, you won't remain poor. What does poor mean? Passing over opportunities repeatedly. Why? Because the poorest person is not the one without a dime. It's the one without a dream. And a dream without a plan is a hallucination. Widow woman is crying. In verse 1, in verse 7, she's rejoicing. The widow woman in verse 1, she was in debt. By verse 7, she had paid off her debts. She was owing in verse 1, but by verse 7, she was owning. Come on, family, type own. Own it, own it, own it. Own the plan, own the purpose, own the focus on your finances, own your legacy, own the fact that God created you, my dear brother, to be a man with a plan. She's frustrated with you because you ain't got no plan. She's frustrated with you having to be the protector, the provider, the priest of the home. And she's the one making all the decisions because you don't have a plan. And you frustrated because she keeps making the plans. But guess what? She just gonna inspect the house just to drown and go and tank? Take your rightful place. Get your place back. Get in place. Execute the plan. Write the vision and make it plain. Come on, my brother. More than overspending, it's time to begin investing. Got to learn how to diversify your financial portfolio. Take the time to gain knowledge. Look at what it is going on in the stock market. Look at what is going on in real estate and home ownership and entrepreneurship. I know the economy may not necessarily be what it is. But guess what? You don't serve a God who is governed by the economy. He gave you insight, wisdom, illumination, and execution to invent, to reinvent, to create, to recreate. And financial success is about more than just wearing designer labels and enhancing your personal look. Here's what it's about. It's about living a principled life. Family, type good steward. Good steward. I have to be a good steward of my resources. I have to be a good steward of my finances. I have to be a good steward of what God has given me. I can't expect more if I'm doing less with more. To whom much is given, much is required. How am I doing much with what it is that I have? Are you doing much with the much that you have? Number two, I told you number one, focus on your finances. Number two, uplift your brother. Come on, family, type that. Uplift your brother. You got to make sure that you have people in your life who are adding to your life. And here's what we often do, especially as men, because we have been indoctrinated and socialized to just compete. We operate in a spirit of competition rather than a spirit of collaboration. We operate in a spirit of division rather than unity. And here's the thing you got to realize. Supporting anybody does not cheat you of what God has for you. A candle that lights another candle never loses its flame. It don't take nothing from you to uplift your brother. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. If that's your friend, why you want him to be dull? If that's your friend, why do you want to block his shine? If that's your brother, why do you want to get in the way of his blessings? Why do you have, here it is, a Cain spirit? Yeah. Because of your pain, you got a Cain spirit. Because you haven't executed a plan, and he did, now you have a spirit of Cain. Because you would not enable yourself. And so now you want to slay your brother like Cain did Abel. And it may not be with a gun, but it's with your tongue. It's with the words that you say. It's how you want to destroy his self-esteem and his self-confidence, and how you want to talk about him to other people. It ain't just women that gossip. Men do it too. Well, she always backbiting. It's some other men who do it too. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Hard truth, HTA, hard truth alert. Got to make sure that you got people in your life who are adding to your life, not subtracting from your life, because if so, you got to subtract them from your life. On your journey to destiny, you need assets, not liabilities. What you got to do, you got to create some distance between you and those who drain you of your time, those who drain you of your energy, those who drain you of your patience. And don't say it's always a woman, because sometimes it's some of the homeboys that's in your circle. If you hanging around folks who don't have any dreams, I guarantee you they're going to begin to make you see nightmares. You hanging around folks who don't have any goals, they're going to stop you from reaching your goals. You hang around 9 broke folk, I guarantee you're going to be the 10th one. And I'm not just talking about broke of the pocket. I'm talking about broken mindset. When you start leveling up, now they want to pull you down. That's not the right circle for you. And so now here's what you want to do. You want to acquiesce because you want to continue to fit in. Some people you have outgrown simply because they won't grow. And here's the thing, if you don't evolve, you won't be involved. You got to create some distance. You got to social distance yourself. But, oh man, you acting brand new, man. I thought you was down with us, bruh. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You doing a little bit good for yourself, and now you forget all about us, huh? I see how you are. Yeah, I thought you was down for us, man. I thought we was brothers for life. A brother is born for adversity, not to cause adversity. He's to help you in times of adversity. But is your brother putting you in a place of adversity? Or is he uplifting you to a level of victory? Is he suffocating on your success? Is he able to celebrate you when there's nothing in it for them or for him? Why? Because a real brother understands is that a win for you is a win for me too. I don't want to hate on you. I want to congratulate you. Why? Because I recognize this, that if God is blessing your neighbor, it means he's in my neighborhood. If God is blessing your neighbor, that means he's in your neighborhood. It's only a matter of time before you get what's mine. It's only a matter of time before I get what's mine. The mailman got a special delivery coming. The mailwoman's got a special delivery coming. And there are some people in your life, because they're draining you of your time, your energy, and your patience, this is what you have to do. You have to bless and release them. Gotta love them from a distance. Why? Because here's the thing. A better you begins by surrounding yourself with a better crew. Why are you surrounding yourself with people who only intend to bring drama? Why are you surrounding yourself with people who only intend to distort your dream? Why are you surrounding yourself with people who only want to keep you in a place of negativity? Who you're connected to will determine what you're directed to. Are you willing to be courageous enough to disconnect from negative people? Are you willing to be courageous enough, despite how they may talk about you? They're going to talk about you whether you succeed or you fail. Are you willing to be courageous enough? Are you willing to be tough enough? Are you willing to develop enough thick skin to say, even if I got to go by myself, I'm going to win. I'm distancing myself from drama and dream killers. I'm going to stay connected to those who challenge me to be a better me. Why? Because challenges create champions. Family, type accept the challenge. Accept the challenge. And here's, I got to say something about this. We're talking about uplifting your brother. We got to realize this. Brotherhood is very important. My dear sister from another mister, just like sisterhood is very important. Brotherhood is very important. It's very important for those who may have had brothers growing up, for those who may not have had brothers growing up. We always want somebody that we can relate to. We always want somebody who we can connect to. We always want somebody who can feel what it is that we feel, what it is that we go through, and how we try to grow through what it is that we go through. Who we can lean on, who we can depend on. Brotherhood is about dependability. Am I my brother's keeper? Is what Cain asked after slaying his brother. And here it is, even centuries later after that question has been asked, the resounding answer is yes. Emphatically yes. I'm my brother's keeper. I am my sister's protector. And here's the thing, loyalty is not what it used to be. Many people say, listen, I'd rather tattoo the word loyalty on me than to try to depend on somebody to be loyal to me, because they don't recognize that my royalty demands loyalty. I can expect more loyalty from a tattoo than somebody who I thought was a teammate. Real brothers don't betray. Real brothers don't berate. Real brothers build. Come on, family, type that. Real brothers build. There it is, the blueprint. Building a blueprint, which is a legacy. Brothers who may develop some friction within themselves. Here's what they do. They mend issues with each other. They mend issues with each other. We're seeing a number of those things happen now. I remember when Shaq and Kobe, before the late, great Kobe Bryant, lost his life. Shaq and Kobe sat down and mended the issues for the world to see. Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson mended the issues within themselves for the world to see. Draymond Green and Stephen A. Smith. And more than just celebrities. Brothers in the community. Hey, man, we had a falling out. Hey, man, I didn't necessarily like what you said. I didn't really appreciate that. Let's have some conflict resolution. Easy to take a life with a gun. Easy to try to knock somebody down and knock somebody out. But real men mend. Did you hear what I just said? Real men mend. They mend the issues. Say, you know what, bro? Man, I was wrong. I'm gonna let the ego go. I'm gonna stop ego tripping, because you're always gonna fall. Pride go up before destruction. Haughty spirit before a fall. Let the ego go and lift one another up. Real men mend. Taking accountability, responsibility, respectability. Nah, I'm not finna talk about you to somebody else. Check this out. We gonna hash this out like men. Let's be men. Let's be men in business. Let's do what real men do. Real men sometimes have friction. The real men center their emotions. That's that emotional intelligence right there. That's that emotional intelligence to come to my senses and say, man, yo, that's a good brother right there. That's a decent brother right there. That brother really has good intentions. That brother don't mean no ill will. That brother is for real. Let the ego go. Lift one another up. You don't have to isolate. You have to put yourself in a silo. You don't have to adopt a me against the world mentality. It's not a Lil Wayne. It's all about I and give the rest of the vowels back. It's not about I. It's about us. It's not about me. It's about we. Come on, family. Type us. Type we. We're better together. What we saying, and oftentimes the communities that in many cases I come from, and sometimes the hoods is what we come from. This is what we say. We say we all we got. We all we got at the end of the day. Don't have to isolate. You can innovate. You can elevate. You can lift each other up. You can lift your brother up. Developing your friendships, developing your relationships. It's all about being your brother's keeper. That's what it's about. Being your brother's keeper. Being your sister's protector. Come on, family, type teamwork. Type teamwork. You don't just soar as high as your dream. You soar as high as your team. Teamwork. You don't build a legacy all on your own. I know you're strong. I know you think you got it all together. But you got to be a man with a plan. Developing your blueprint to build your legacy. A blueprint to build your legacy outlasts generational curses. I know it's foreign to you. No, it may not necessarily be something that you're used to, because everybody just flew by the seat of their pants. Everybody was like a ship without a sail. They didn't know if they were coming, they were going. They didn't save for a rainy day. They didn't develop and build a nest egg. They didn't have a 401k. They didn't invest in real estate. They didn't know nothing about the stock market. They just lived day to day to day without thinking about the future. But not so. Not you. You're a man with a plan who thinks more and before. Come on, family, type more and before. Come on, expand your mind to think bigger, to think better, to think brighter, to think greater. Write down those visions that you got. Look at what it's going to take for you to execute with the sacrifices that you're going to make. To where your legacy lives on past you. Send to your children. It's your children's children. And here's what their children's children's children will do. They'll put a picture up of you. Yeah. Generations, from generation to generation to generation. It's an heirloom. It keeps passing from generation to generation. We're godly grateful. We're glad. Look what my grandfather did. Look what my great-great-grandfather did. Look at what my great-grandfather did. Look what my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather did. It's because of him is why our family has financial freedom. It's because of him how I learned how to uplift my brother and my sister and recognize that I am my brother's keeper and I am my sister's protector. Why? Because you had the tenacity, you had the temerity, you had the unmitigated gall to break the generational curses over your life. To say, all right, maybe there was no man in the house. Maybe I didn't see the great example of a man who had a plan. I'm going to be the one. I'm him. Yeah, I got the crown on. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Sometimes it is. But I'm him. Come on, family, type, I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm the generational curse breaker. I'm the one who now puts myself in the portal for generational blessings. I'm him. Every sister, you ought to say, I'm her. You're her. You that one. You one of one. But you ain't going to be the only one, because now you're creating those who are going to be one of one. Often imitated, never duplicated. Never replicated. Never discarded. Why? Because you've started right now. God has plans for you to prosper you, according to Jeremiah, not to harm you. I know, listen, I know they told you they had a plan to help you. But here it was a plot disguised as a plan. It was a plot to stop you. But God's got a plan to start you, and not just to start you, but to see you to the finish line. And then to pass the baton as you're running your race at your pace with God's grace. Yeah, it's an amazing race, an amazing grace. An amazing grace race that you're going to run on and see what the end is going to be. Blueprint to build. Blueprint to love. Blueprint to lead. Blueprint to live. Blueprint to abound. Blueprint to level up. Blueprint to be a generational curse breaker. Blueprint for blessings. Blueprint for teamwork. Blueprint to lift your brother. Blueprint for financial freedom. Blueprint for healing. Family, type blueprint. You ought to be typing that already. Blueprint. Does somebody get the vision? The vision for provision? Blueprint. I want you to sow into this blueprint. I want you to sow into your legacy. I want you to sow into the plan of what it is that you have orchestrated, a purposeful plan, a God-ordained, a God-assigned plan. For me to create a plan, I got to know who the master planner is. I want to not just have my own plan. I want the plan of God over my life. Because when I have the plan of God, I can be the husband who loves my wife. I can be the man who's going to improve my life and the lives of those around me, because everything attached to me wins. Yeah, this is a season of wins for you. Hear me, I'm speaking over somebody's life. This is a season of head swimming blessings. Everywhere you turn is a blessing. It's a blessing coming. It's a blessing hitting you. Your house and your heart and your home and your pocket and your purse and your wallet. Can't nothing stop it. Everything attached to you wins. Come on, family, type wins. I want you to sow into the winds. The winds are blowing in your life. The winds of winds are blowing in your direction. Did you hear what I just said? The winds of winds are blowing in your direction. This is a season where you're not going to be able to stop winning even if you tried. I know you cried. This is going to be the season where you're not going to be able to stop winning even if you tried. I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. It's not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. I want you to sow where you soar. I want you to sow where you grow. It's been a super conversation. I want you to give a super chat. I want you to sow through a super sticker. Yeah, super chat, super sticker. Electronically, you can give via Cash App, $Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, Gmail. The links are in the chat. The links are in the description of this video. Come on, now. Sow where you grow. So, my dear sister, you're expecting that man with the plan. He's coming with plans. It's a man of execution. Man of action. Man who is a legacy-minded man. Yeah, legacy-minded man. A man in command. Yeah, a man in command. Once you sow that electronically, $Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, Gmail, Super Chat, Super Sticker. It's been a super conversation. I'm joining my faith to yours that God does 30, 60, 100-fold in your life. Exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. He owns a cattle on 1,000 hills. Whatever he has is yours. You are an heir and a joint heir. That's the legacy right there. Ooh, I like that. You are an heir and a joint heir of Jesus Christ. That's it right there. Maximize this moment. Sow into it. Thank you for your super chat, your super sticker, for your electronic gifts, for you sowing into good ground. This is good ground here. Sowing into what you're expecting. I'm hoping as well that as you're sowing, you're naming your seed. I want you to do that. God's going to meet the need as you sow your seed. Family, I hope you were empowered by this session. If you're not a part of our community, go ahead right now. I'm getting ready to launch to class tonight. Come on, take flight with us. Take flight with us, soar into more. EaglesAcademy.com to be able to join our session tonight. If you love what you get here, ooh-wee, it's going to blow your mind what you get over there. Yeah. Empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. That's our EAGLES acronym. It's not just a community, it's a launching pad. into greater success and purpose. It's a legacy type of community. It's where I coach, it's where I teach, it's where I train. It's my private group. So take a flight into your future. Go right now, theeaglesacademy.com, tap the Join Now button. Tap the Join Now button when you get there. Fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. Become a YouTube channel member. Unlock VIP, royalty, OQP. Those are our tiers, exclusive behind the scenes coverage and footage. Everything from meal plans to motivation. I'm talking about it all. Giving you the behind the scenes. Don't share it here because membership has its privileges. Membership only discounts. Growing, glowing community of quality people. You're a quality person. Join us. Family, in the mix is out of time. But y'all know, I sure enough ain't out of truth. So I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me and rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. You know where it is. You know who it is. And so we are right here with yours truly, each and every single Monday through Friday, every weekday for In the Mix right here on the YouTube side. Yeah, so make sure while you're here, while you're on the YouTube side, hit subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up button, family. Come on. Hit the thumbs up button. Yeah, do that, do that, do that. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. Follow me on all of the social sites at EddieConnorJr. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr, EddieConnorJr. Keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, please reach out to me. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, look no further. I'm the man with the plan. Yes. So I'd love to be able to come and empower you at your men's conference, at your conference in general, your church, your school, your graduation, your session. Let's make some progression. Say, well, how do I invite you? Simply email me, info@EddieConnor.com. Be glad to empower you in any way, shape, or form. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know a brother gotta run. I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you to remember, to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. Let's soar beyond my YouTube channel. If you want something that goes beyond here, you're in for a treat. I have a private mentorship group where I coach, where I teach, and I provide live Q&A insight in our interactive breakout sessions. It's where I challenge you with innovative exercises to develop your skill set. And I provide feedback to foster your growth. We break it all down to build you up in our private Zoom room as we focus on transformative topics with accountability partners who really desire to grow their greatness by soaring into success and greater purpose. Come on, soar to new heights with us in our Eagles Academy. Get your wings to win, and let's soar into more.